Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Stephen Cartwright Show. And today, our topic will be image. We want to talk about the black male image, uh, how it was destroyed. And, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let y'all in on, and I just want to say thank you for coming to come check out the video, come check out the Stephen Cartwright Show, like and subscribe to the show. I urge everybody to go check out my last video. It was long, but it was a lot of information in there. And like I say, I'm an upcoming star, but I'm a quick learner. There's nothing that a person can't learn. So you're getting firsthand look at how a person gets started inside of a podcast or inside of anything. This is something that's brand new to me, and you're getting firsthand out see how things first kick out when a person gets to doing it. You get to see the mistakes, you get to see everything. So, but I've always been a quick learner, a quick study. So anyway, the show today will be about image, especially about the black male image, how the image was destroyed. And so chime in, listen in, everybody buckle up, because here it comes. Back when I was coming up, a lot of our families was together at a, I always go to plus percentage if it's in that realm, 70+% rate. And when it comes down, it turns back around, ladies and gentlemen, to what happened with everybody. And this is supposed to be about the image, the black male image. Like I say, this is going to be a 5-part series in this. And the series will come down like this here. Like today, it's going to be image. It's going to be government. Deception. Outcomes. And betrayal. That is going to be the show titles of all the shows that is going to be ran. See, it has to be told that way because this is how you can see in the future when a person is plotting no good. And even when I was very young, I saw things like what's happening to the African American community coming. I seen all of it coming back in the day. But anyway, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the 70s, when you could hear it before it hit the TV shows, and I was very young, how, and I seen it for myself, how the government was coming off into households. They was offering food stamps, and they were coming over to houses to coming over to houses asking the women, especially when they know the men were gone off to work. That's when they came. When they knew that the man was out the house, to come and offer the women food stamps, old raggedy housing food stamps, AFDC, especially convincing the black woman that she was oppressed, when she actually wasn't. Now, I want to kill this narrative right now. Black women was not starving. They was not outside. They were not being treated bad. It was hard because of not only the prison industrial complex, but it was a lot of racism back then also. Okay, anyway, how the black male image, this is how they started with the black male image being, destroying it. All of a sudden you see coming out on TV as TV started to improve. You know, just trying to keep the video time down. All of a sudden, throughout the late 70s and 80s, with the talk that was going around town, how much they didn't need a man, with racism coming into our neighborhood while the men's back was turned, all of a sudden, you see shows like Maury Povich, Ricky Lake, Sally Jesse Raphael, Donahue, Phil Donahue, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, just a renaissance of them. Rolanda. A whole big renaissance of them, people. And you see, as they come on to these shows, lines of black women. Every single day, lines of black women talking how bad and dirty the black man was. While all at the same time, they were receiving government assistance, raggedy housing, food stamps, WIC. I mean, just all kinds of government assistance. I mean, you name it. And then all at the same time, what they were doing into the schools, they were taking out important skill and development for children, for young junior high students, junior high students all the way up to high school. Even did it to some of the girls too. Back in the day, they did it to them. This is how they started to destroy the black male image. I remember when I was in 8th grade, 9th grade, going through school, I could take up things like wood shop. Get up in high school, you could take up auto mechanics, welding, all kinds of field. Girls could go in, they could take up nursing and nurse aides, and they could be full-blown nurses when they came out of high school. These were the things that they did to tear down the black male image, but all at the same time, they tore that down so they could get the girls close enough to them and the boys close enough to them so they can tear down the black male image every time men went to work to support and provide for their families, and how they just snuck behind the back door, how the image was destroyed. The black women took this deal in record numbers. I mean, record numbers. All of a sudden, here comes the crack epidemic and more police. You can see police chasing black men down the road when I was growing up. You can see it. And you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of the black women, they did not have to accept this deal. What happened was, a lot of the racists, they took a lot of white ladies into the communities. And you have to remember, they used a woman code on them. That woman code, you know, how much the man want nothing, but most men were seeing after their children. They were taking care of their children. They were taking care of their families, you know. And if you're easily convinced of to what not is happening, what is going on, and when you're going out there, like I said, we're talking about the black male image. You are all over TV, spreading lies and deceit and deception about your own community. See, you betray your own men. You betray your community. You betray your people, your children, all of that. And that was the plan that they had for you. You think that they gave you something, and then the first thing you hear a lot of ladies say, you know, when they come up, and this was a lie, you know, women and children was not starving. No, they were not. That's a lie. That's how they destroyed the black male image when they come out there on these shows, what I just named, and saying that like they were hungry and starving. No, there wasn't. No, I don't. No, absolutely not. I did not know of. It was appalling back then. Appalling, even to young boys like myself. I wasn't even in my teen years yet to know and see that a woman was living outside. It was appalling to know that a woman was hungry. It was appalling to know that a woman was not well taken care of. That was just not the case. A woman never went without nothing. Sure did not. Women was not abused like that. No, not in the black community. It was appalling if these type of things was going on like this here. Let's just tell the truth about it. The black male image and the black man was severely lied on. Now, you did have some things that was going on, but no, people. You know, the black men back in the day were doing their job. Yes, they were. Black women signed on to that deal and not knowing they wasn't giving you anything. And then they convinced you was just this powerful woman that didn't need no man. But if now you went to, and then also you see a lot of women, they going to school. And the women, they did not look forward, but they was busy talking bad about the black man, how dumb he was and how he couldn't read. Let me tell you something, everybody, the image that was showing you, they took the cheap way out. Because just imagine if they would have trained the men and how, if the men would have gotten a lot of this money. Number one, we wouldn't be owing them nothing. Number two, you women would be in a whole lot better position because they knew what you were doing were going to be useless in the future. This is how they destroyed the black man. And this is how a portion of how the government is going to come into play in my next video. So, a lot of you can miss me with your excuses. You can miss me with that. Ladies, they use you to destroy your own community, your own man. Y'all are used. All of this debt. And we're going to get into that too. in my next video in government. Now you're stuck having to go back and beg them again to forgive you. And a lot of you knew in your gut that you should have said no to that deal. While they were busy downing your own men in your own community, how bad you was talking about the black man and saying things that was just absolutely untrue. They gave you pittance to destroy your own community, to take shots at your own man. That's why when we get off into government in my next video, it is going to show you, and it is going to show how the black male image was being destroyed from within. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for coming by to see my video. And I'm hoping that you go back and watch my other videos. It's rookie versions in there. You know, hey, I'm a youngster at doing this YouTube station, but believe me, I got it down. Come by, like and subscribe, and come watch the show, ladies and gentlemen, because this setting, which you see right now, is not always going to be. My primary goal is to bring you the best and finest content that can ever be bought on YouTube. And that is in the works. It is in the making. And I won't stop until you get quality shows, quality everything. And we want you to come by, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I want to know. I want to know what you think. Leave a comment. And we thank you for coming by. We love y'all. Thank you. And don't forget to come by and check out the Stephen Cartwright Show. We love y'all. And the best, and all my hopes. Because, see, we're not going to be jangling over here. We check y'all, everybody. Peace.